is day 1228 of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Normally I don't make such statements at the beginning of the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, but today is, when I'm recording this shir, is Isru Chag of Sukkot Tafshin Pei Dalit. And of course, on Shmini Atzeres, there was a horrific attack of the Shoyim Arurim Yimach Shemam Zichram from Hamas on innocent and wonderful Jewish people. And there are no words to describe it, no words to capture the loss, but our learning should be a schus for the Lidun Nishmas and Niftarim, and a schus for all the people who are wounded, and all the people especially who are taken captive by the Rishonim Arurim Yimach Shemam Zichram in Gaza. Today we're doing Siman Kuf Pei Vav Sif Beis. You're there, sorry. Siman Kuf Pei Vav Sif Beis to Zayin. Beis. Rambam Zal Berg Dal Yisha Shidach has Rambam has a different shita. So the Isha Shein Labes is he holds a woman who has no cycle. Sira B'dika Medina Gam B'fnei Tashish Gam B'chat Tashmish. She requires checking both before and after Tashmish. B'dika Shalach Tashmish, and after Tashmish, not only she has to check, but so Gam Ha'ish Livdok B'Halo. The man has to also check his B'dika cloth. Gam Isha Shabes, so even when a woman has a cycle, B'dika Shalach Tashmish, she's required to make the checks after Tashmish. Tashmish, only the checks before relations, she doesn't have to check. Nevertheless, women who are pious, they check before Tashmish as well. This is the Rambam writes. The derech of Jewish women and Jewish women and Jewish men. To always check after Tashmish. Kate said, "How some kanech ish atzmam matlis nechayna lo." The man wipes himself with a cloth which is prepared for him. A woman wipes herself with a cloth which is prepared for her. And they look to see maybe she saw blood during their relations. A man can rely on his wife to check his aid. Since believed on hers, he's also believed on his. These garments which they use to wipe themselves, they should be linen. They should be somewhat softened by usage, worn out a bit, and white. These are called edim. The cloth which he wipes himself is called his aid. And the one that she wipes herself with Hunikra H is called her aid. But Snus Amasham shows actually the Kuatzmam Kaidim Tashmish. For women who are pious, don't have relations until they check themselves before Tashmish. Usually, Shane and a woman who has no set cycle, Astur Lishamesha Shatidok is not allowed to have relations until she checks. Feeling Mishamesh Edim, whenever she needs two Edim, Echel Kaidim Tashish, one before Tashish, and Lacha Tashish, one after Tashish. Alisha Shiesh Labes, when a woman has a set cycle, Eitzura, Eliv Tashish, doesn't have to check beforehand. And Mishum Sneas, unless she wants to be more pious. After Tashish, everybody cross to Edim. Echad Lo. One for him and one for her. Even a woman who is pregnant or nursing, who is Kana or elderly, or young, who sounds like even before a girl is possible to come to Nida, and after a woman no longer is possible to come into Nida, which seems like a very strange chumrah. Two Edim, one for him, one for her. But a woman who's a basula, a woman who is sitting on dam Torah, which we don't have anymore, the blood during the 40, 80 days after birth, and she does not require Edim. She'll say to him, blood is gushing out of her. And nevertheless, it's dam Torah. Somebody has relations multiple times. They don't have to check after each and every bia. And he wipes with his aid. and she helps with her aid. After each of the relations of the night. The next day they could check the Eidim. As we said, tremendous chumras we have here. Shaloshama Manu Mikori Shami, we didn't hear them from any Rishonim. Mash Hefech Sugis Hashas. Is the exact opposite of the Ashash Amra that said Mefurish said explicitly the call the Bala Lo Boy Bedika. For us, she never has to check. I feel in the best even though she has no cycle. Vuit Sirch Bedika Akra Tashmish. And require checking after Tashmish at Biyesh Lo Best, even when she has a cycle. Avner Tashmish, she means one even before Tashmish if she's a pious person. If I see go arrive and Ray attacks the Rambam. Shem Timak Marasham, find where there's Rabbi Yehuda Manasseh B'Zeh Medika. Rabbi Yehuda said, do not check. Yesha those who say the Rambam Farish that Koram Tashmish, that Rabbi Zeh was told not to check before Tashmish. K'Yesha Taisis Shom, like this is there. Avachla B'Tashmish, but it's already but after relations, she does require checking. Yesha Taisim Nosaf says some people answer. In addition to this, the Rabbi Yehuda Hevim Mishlosa Rabbi Zeh Ishlo Yeshlo Veses. Maybe that's for Rabbi Zeh's question that his wife had a cycle. What good does it do? I'm astounded. What good does it do? Right? Okay, let's say they're right. Ram still against the Gemara because it says before Tashmish, even the women have vested to check themselves. So he was preventing Rabbi Zeh from being a tzanua. Lama Hindi Rabbi Yehuda Rabbi Zera Mibdika. Why Rabbi Yehuda curtail Rabbi Zera's checking? Atulo Noeli Ishas Rabbi Zera and the Tznius is not a good thing for Rabbi Zera's wife to be Tznius to conduct herself like a pious payment. The Shematar maybe say Rabbi Yehuda Gilo Rak Medina. They said didn't tell him okay don't do it. He said you're not required to. If Shalom can't say it. Shalachashi Shivlu Rabbi Yehuda Shlotib however Yehuda said she shouldn't check. Shalu Rabbi Zera. Come on, says Rabbi Zeh. Let her check. What's the big deal? He said, "Okay, libonok for portion. Okay, then he's going to feel guilty and he's going to separate himself from his wife. I shot. He didn't do it at all. Hey, those who want to say the session for Bashas the Rak the Torah, that only for a tumatara that you require checking, then not for a husband. That's checking in the nooks and crannies. Like the bdiko she requires in order to make herself start the Shiva Nakim. He says, as we shall see, giving us a foreshadowing of his conclusion, which I'm not sure I'm going to be happy with either, but that's only b'dikas kinuach, just a wipe. V'lo b'omek, not in depth. And then the Chavas Das cites this. V'yev shalom arkein, can't see this. Head yomru chazal, oh, he says, can't say it. Shehed yomru chazal, b'inem b'dikos shivnei tashmish l'taro. So Chazal explicitly said about checking before tashmish, in terms of taros, to make sure that's not contaminating. They ain't b'dikas chayim l'stokim. It's not a check in nooks and crannies. They said, since she's in a rush to get to having relations, so she's not going to check in depth. Furthermore, the Rambam here calls everything here b'dikos. And then when he says kinuach, he changes his language. Right? He changes between b'dikos and kinuach. So obviously, it's about b'dikos, it means b'dikos and not kinuach. The Gemara must say that way in the Gemara as well. Also, that was the case. Several questions the Gemara asked. How many times it should say respond? The Gamma because Chayim is talking. Gamma b'dika one has to do with going down deep and one has to do with wiping. You should say those who want to distinguish in that which a woman doesn't have vested according to the Rambam. So there are two different parameters. His woman doesn't have vested. His vested never stay in one place. The second one, a vested has not yet been determined. He only started seeing one or two times. With this, he wants to save our rabbis from some contradictions. That's the part of money. This is also not the case. They're saying clearly, Yesh lo beses, ain't lo beses. This isn't the third opportunity. Oh, it's a possibility. Chem b'shas, chem lashon. Also, guidelines like that. Before birur, it's clear that kavanah ein lavesis al makom echad. That it says when she doesn't have vesis in one place, the also shlokav of vesis adayin, a woman who doesn't hasn't yet set a vesis, is the same thing. Nikres ein levadayin beshkol does have vesis or lokav of vesis. V'lo nikres isha shein levesis in lo bakroi v'lo tmidos, and she's not called isha shein. We're saying differently. Sorry. We're not talking about. Sorry, so we're not talking about a woman hasn't yet set a vessel. That's not our nidon. She's only going to be a woman who does have vessels if it's occasional and not constant. Sorry, it's superfluous to extend this conversation. It says in brackets, Rambam. So Pergav, the version Mishnais, he says because the Shom, because we hold kolabalo lo chule, fil ishish lo kaval avesis lo titzar b'dika livnei tashmish. A woman doesn't have a set vesis, has not yet set a vesis yet. She doesn't require b'dika livnei tashmish. Kind of show rekas of lashon zeh. Because of a vesis, as opposed to a woman who has no vesis. So they're two different things. Rambam said that ishish ein vesis, not a woman shlo kaval vesis. But unfortunately, low talkul the So the Rambam unfortunately did not go to great extent to try and resolve the Rambam. We just don't pass him like him, right? He was like in the year time of she b'dikos tashmish nashim. So it says also, why do you require b'dikos after tashmish for women? Aflos and sheish vesos, even those are vesos. Means not because it says derech nosis mishamish shnei edim. As Mishnah says that derech nosis supposed to be mishamish with two witnesses, echad lo, one for him and one for her. But Tzulos Misaknos is the Shlishi, and the Tzulos prepare a third one. The Tagnis advice to clean the house. Shmami not Lavdino. So it must see it's not a halacha, Italia Tana Benosi soil. It says Benosi soil. I don't know. The Benosi soil one's a Chmil Hatzman. Feel right, the Tivas Dam Kachardo, they said Shem Nakim. So I'm not so sure that the fact that it just says Benosi soil makes it less halacha than the other halacha. But anyway, here's a Merai, but brings be that as a May brings Railazeh. The Mishnah of Herakama, the entire Shutichios Bodek, Shachas, Arvis, Hule, or Megmar, Chachamim, Tiglan, Belosi, Soshi, Bodkos, Arts, and Shachas, Hule. The Chacham, there it says Chachamim were sacking for Belosi, so to check themselves, etc. So here it doesn't say Chachamim, Tiglan. Sham Yod Lav, Tiglan, Chachamim, it must be that it wasn't how to Tiglan Chachamim. Shemnosi, Soil, Chamil, Arts, and Chachamim, Nezhi, Soil, had on themselves. Zelkis, Megmar, Shemnosi, Soil, Chamil, Arts, Shafil, Rose, Tibba, oh, he makes that sushta, so I don't know what he's talking about. It says, Shafil Rose, Tipas Dam, Kachayla Yosha Shinakim, Chumra Bauma. Ain't anymore. Tikradin. I don't know. Vakanami, he can't do it, so Chumra Bauma. Zeri Chmiratzman, those that they were making themselves, treat the shame of Taros. It's not because Taros, the ain't young Shem Notes, it's not common that Jewish women should be Chayshah for Taros. Very few of them actually involve in Taros. El Balayan, but he says differently. He says it's not their Indian, it's their husband's Indian. That's a little bit difficult because obviously they prepare the food. Anyway, Balayan the husbands they were marking themselves. Husbands were marking on them. It's everybody's marking. It says Avestos B'Chlam, including even the women who had set cycles. Is that Kavana Talia at the time of Noisy soil? So the Tana links this to the daughters of Israel. Klein Loibi Ashas B'Shumaka Mishnah Zeli and Taros. As a Mishnah, they're brought in terms of the Taros at all. Okay, Zayin Uzed Diktek Rambam Doshon Torah. From the Rambam was in his pure language inferred this. Without Mishkam Mimoshav Din Zayin Lina Taros Kasav Zelshon is what he writes. Hachami Tiglo Hen Losi Solios Bodkos Atzim Shachas Vibes Chulet to check themselves in the morning and the evening. Ubekan Perak Dalad Me Yisrael Birkas of Zelshon here says Derek Mosel Bnei Yisrael leave the Olam Achar Tashmish is always to check out the Tashmish. V'zeh Rav Yehuda Manasseh. So again, there's a difference between what he says in Tumatara where it's Chachamim Tiknu. As opposed to it just says Derek Benos Yisrael Ubnei Yisrael. V'zeh Rav Yehuda Manasseh. V'zeh Rav Yehuda. They're not allowed to have his wife check. Well, B'dika Shikoyim with Tashmish. It's on the checking before Tashmish. V'avagav Natsu's book is Kamfnei Tashmish, even though it's new, it's check even then. But Shram Dachi Berusha. So here the Rambam is saying like this: Shemaras, Rabbi Zeir Shlo Yitzabel Isha Shtitino Kitznos. Rabbi Yehuda Torah Zeir, don't play this as a requirement on your wife. Shazelo Shanimi Shasei, it's not something which you can place a requirement on her. But come out of Rabbi Yehuda. So this way he said, I tell it's how Titzavel, don't command her to do it. If she wants to do it, she'll do it on her own. Not in your command. That she said, Im Ken Diba Nokfo, if that's if you require a bika beforehand, he won't get into it. Uporishin is going to separate Aribushes means that Kema Chatot Tzavela, if you command us to do it, to have a Kedin Gomer, so see that as absolute lochav, Libo Nokfo. And your heart will feel bad. She doesn't on her own, lo yikin kofa lev. The heart won't be bothered. Because doing beyond letter of look. Moshe Einach Lev no give me mashing abdikos. Shara tashmish. Like the Lev is not okay from that which they fixed. They decide to check after tashmish. I don't know. I'm not with the Arukh HaShulchan on this one. In brackets it says v'amagimish lekosab sham b'shem rabban chad k'shtos ben b'dika teich la'achat tashmish. That he says b'dika immediately after tashmish. No, shabbat but b'zeh leave on. But then he's going to feel upset. Mashgiach Hazman is supposed to have time elapses. Nine sham. But shabdika shachar tashmish, and it says going to after tashmish that it could be later on. But second page Rashi sham. That's like Rashi says. V'adocha mevur. It's very difficult to say this. Now after Rashi Shapir Sham Taisa Sham, we went according to Taisa's there. Ayin Sham Viduk.